You know, I've done this job for a long time, as have you, and it amazes me how affected I am when I see someone like this and I see video like this. And Mark Geragos, all I can think of is that I am not unique. I cannot imagine what those jurors are thinking right now.
Well, I think one of the reasons, I've often told you, Ashleigh, my father used to say it's a rare case that gets better for the defense after the prosecution rests, which is a long-winded way of saying you rarely want to put your client on the stand. This, however, may be a case where you would want to show the humanity here, because it's any way you cut it, you take a look at that video and look at it in retrospect, which is what jurors do, and it just looks heartless. And I grew up in a time when coaches would be heartless, or they would run you till you threw up, or they would, kind of abuse you, so to speak. And corporal punishment was still a thing when I was a youth. But in today's day and age, this is just, like I said, heartbreaking. And to some degree, you might want to, if you're a juror, even though you're going to get an instruction that says you can make no judgment, you can't even consider the fact that he doesn't testify, this may be the exception to that general rule.
Yeah, I kept thinking, good idea, fella, because they're going to want to tear you limb from limb on the stand, and you certainly can't fix this. But I don't think you're right. I think it couldn't get any worse than it already is. And then you add the dirtbag comment. There he is in a speeding violation, telling a police officer that the mother of this little child, who tried over 100 times to save that child from that man, that she's a special kind of dirtbag. You can't unhear that stuff, Mark. You just can't.
I agree. I have not followed closely enough to know whether this was a theme, or how did the defense preempt this. Is there third-party evidence? And when I say third-party evidence, something other than coming through his mouth that would have said that she had done something to deserve being called this at the time. Because once again, in retrospect, it's a very heavy thing to look at, and to ask a juror to look at and not want to lash out. And when a juror out, remember, jury trials are nothing more than the jurors wanting to do right and do justice.
Yeah. The judge decided that the jury would not be allowed. You and I have seen that video. The rest of the world gets to see that video. And I dare say, not every juror follows the judge's instructions and doesn't watch TV and doesn't see their social feed and doesn't see a newspaper headline as they walk by the box on the street. But, God help that man if a juror does see that video where he's calling the mother of that dead child a dirtbag. Do you think it was right for the judge to keep that video out, considering it's so proximate to the death and it's all part of the leaving the hospital, leaving the child to die with strangers, jumping in the car, driving 20 hours, turning around, driving back? Do you think it was right for the judge to keep the jurors from seeing that?
Right. The judge does a balancing and says, is it more prejudicial than probative? Meaning, is this going to prove something, one of the elements for the prosecution? And I think it's just so highly prejudicial that the judge probably figured, look, the prosecution's got enough. I mean, at worst, a manslaughter, that why risk reversible error by admitting it? So I understand it. I don't second guess it.
Little Corey Michelot's face is pictures of him just flashing, and he's just such a cute little boy. He got a goalie set. I got a son who's a goalie. I want to talk to you about Dr. Michael Baden. You and I have done a lot of cases. Dr. Baden has a very, very long career as a forensic pathologist. He was highly respected for a very long time. Today, I have to say, I don't know what the hell he was talking about, because he got on the stand and said, oh, it's possible he died from sudden unexplained death in children syndrome. Sudden unexplained death in children syndrome. Come on, Mark Geragos. Would you, as a defense attorney, have put that bullshit on the stand?
Well, Dr. Bodden, in my opinion, is probably, well, now, Cyril Wecht just passed away, and I would have said next to Cyril, Dr. Bodden was one of the 2 or 3 best. Werner is probably the third, and Dr. Posey, probably the 4 best pathologists around of our generation. So you got Dr. Bodden up there. He has historically been on the cutting edge. So I don't know that I wouldn't have put him up there, because part of what you have to remember here, Ashleigh, is you have to, if you're the defense, you've got to zealously represent your client. If you can get past the judge and put on expert testimony that passes what is called the gatekeeper function for the judge, you've got to do it. And you may, looking at this, say, what the heck are we talking about? But that's the judge's job.
I got to say, but you know what? There's a tipping point. I've always liked Dr. Bodden. It's not his fault. He came up with the theory. He's a paid guy. He came in to be a paid expert. But I think there's a tipping point where you piss off jurors who've seen that video, who've seen the video of the dad abusing that child just days before he died. And then to hear an expert say sudden unexplained death in children, I think it almost does more harm than good. But that's just me. It's just a personal thing. Maybe some jurors will buy it. How about we meet again when we get a verdict from this jury? What do you want to lay some odds tonight?
Well, yeah, why don't we do that? You can book me right now, and you don't have to pay your booker.
Yeah, okay. And you know what? I bet we're going to have a short conversation, and it's going to be like, yeah, that was a quick deliberation. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.